still smell it.
Mark Nash,
Michael Gross.
Michael Gross, the boss.
My nigga. My brother.
Let's get this done, Mike.
We all love sports, right?
Mike Gross, the boss. This is Mike on sports. He smoke competition, same time smoke a port. When it comes to debating, he's one of the greatest. Put him on the A-list over Kellerman and Bayless. If you missed the show, couldn't make it, just log on and click the playlist. That boy always working, not to be played with. Hit subscribe and the bell for the latest. Mike Gross, the boss. Mike on sports. Right there from first bell, tip up and coin toss. Mike Gross, the boss. Mike on sports. He call it how he see it. Either you won or you lost. Big games, big fights, rolling dubs up. You like the content, hater? Click the thumbs up. Cashapp, super chat, go all in. But do your research first before you call in.
Been waiting on. Yes, I am back. I am back. I am back. I am back. Yo, what up, people? Welcome back to another edition of Mike on Sports. I'm your host. I go by the name of Mike Gross. Big ups to that 501 and that 317, man. Y'all know how I get down, big dog. Little Rock, Indianapolis, we in the motherfucking building. I'm back with another one. Yes, sir. Man. Yo, my audio, man. What's going on, my audio? Yo, my audio. All right, man. My bad. I don't know what happened. My audio just went out for a second. Now we good. I'm glad I started this interview a little bit. I staggered it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got on no suit, Jalen. I ain't got on no suit, big dog, but I definitely ain't got on no suit, but we will be having WBC President Mauricio Sulaiman on. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk to him. We're gonna chop it up with him. How my audio? My audio good? Everything good? How I sound? Mic check. 1 2 1 2. He'll be coming on at 1:30, so it's about 6 minutes. 6 minutes away. Got some questions, you know what I'm saying? I need to ask that we should ask and that need to be talked about, you know what I'm saying? For the franchise tag, you know, we got to talk about that. A lot of different things I want to talk about that I want to touch on. So I'm excited. Hey, man, I had to do a little something different, man. Right? We had to do a little something different. D nice, smash that. And what I'm gonna do is too. After I get done asking my questions, I'm gonna see if he's open. If he's open for taking 2 or 3 calls from the callers, you know what I'm saying? So I'm only taking 2 or 3 calls. So, and I'm not taking them calls back to back. And you guys got to realize, if you call in and ask a question, you got to hang up in order to hear the answer. You know what I'm saying? You can ask a question, hang up, get back to the podcast, listen to the answer that he says. And yeah, we're gonna do it like that, man. So let's see, does Mauricio Sulaiman come on and wanna talk to the people? So, hey, I ain't gonna lie, some of y'all tough dudes to talk to, man. Some of y'all tough dudes to talk to. I wouldn't want to talk to y'all either. I'd be like, what? To y'all? Nah, we ain't. I don't want to talk to them, man. They doing too much, man. But big ups to the WBC. They made it easy. You know what I'm saying? They made it easy getting Mauricio. You know, I've been trying to get Bob Arum. Trust me. I've been trying to get Bob. That ain't been going through. But it's still some things that I can possibly come up with and try to get Mr. Bob Arum on the docket. But right now we're just waiting. We got about 4 minutes. 4 minutes, man. So smash that thumbs up button, like and subscribe to the channel if you ain't already done so. Get them likes up, man. Let everybody know what we're doing over here. I don't think Bob know who I am, man. I don't even think Bob know who I am, so I ain't gonna say Bob ducking no smoke. I ain't gonna say Bob ducking no smoke, but get them likes up, man. Let everybody know what we over here doing, man. Get them likes up, man. Let everybody know what we over here doing, man. Let's try to go ahead and let everybody know that this is place to come for good content. And don't forget, man, I got another show already booked, already scheduled for 3 o'clock. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury headed to arbitration. Arbitration. No more mediation. Now. The difference in arbitration and mediation is arbitration, a man can come out with a ruling. You know what I'm saying? Mediation, they trying to work with both parties for a ruling. Now the ruling, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it too much. Man, what's going on with this dude? In the chat, man. Come on, you gonna disrespect the WBC like that? I know it's freedom of speech, but good Lord. Good Lord. I mean, golly. Come on now, man. Be respectful, man. That's all I ask. That's all I ask, man. Be respectful, man. Don't come with no disrespect today. I don't want to time people out. But I'm gonna do something about that chat. We're about 2 minutes away from having Mauricio Sulaiman on. 2 minutes away. So go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. Okay. Good. You can't see it. I can see it. Oh, wow. I can see it, but y'all can't see it. What up, KP? What's going on, Google? What's going on, Mike Williams? The Fans Corner, Retros for Life. D Nice, Late Show 42, Jalen. Big ups to everybody out in the chat, man. Thank y'all for coming on. Brabisky, Ryan Orchid, Scat Rants, The Fans Corner. I appreciate all y'all coming on, man. Oh, it should be having Mauricio on any minute now. 1:30 was the tip-off time. We're about 1 minute away from that. And speaking of the man, oh, wow. What just happened? Speaking of the man, hey, how's it going, Mr. Sulaiman?
Hello, my friend. How's everything, Mike?
It is going great, man. I just want to take a time out and say thank you for coming on. We really do appreciate it. I know you are a busy man, so I just want to say thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, and I'm very happy to be in your program.
Oh, no problem, man. Thank you. How's everything with you and your family going through this pandemic, man?
Well, it's been a difficult time for everyone. No one can say that it has not been hard in many aspects. Thank God, my family, health-wise, is doing very well. We have remained safe. Only 2 of my nephews contracted COVID-19. They did not have major problems, and we're just moving along, protecting my mother very much. We are being very careful and just trying to get by, and hopefully soon with the vaccine, the world will come back to what it used to be, with so many opportunities to interact with family and friends and with society, and go out and celebrate life and make boxing the great sport that it has been.
So how is the WBC conducted business as far as day-to-day operations during this pandemic?
Well, the WBC understood immediately what was going to happen back in March. So we sent all the staff to their homes to do homework, homeschooling, to do remote work. And what we did, we took initiative to remain very active. We initiated what was called WBC Talks. It was a daily program in English and Spanish. It was intention just to keep the boxing industry entertained, communicated. We had many panels with legendary champions, Mike Tyson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Chavez, Duran. We had Leila Lee, panels with doctors, with promoters, with managers. And that was a great time where we were able to keep boxing united and communicated. We also had the WBC convention. We did it virtually when most organizations and even world companies decided to cancel their congresses for the year. We went on, we proceeded with a virtual convention, which was a great success. We didn't know what was going to happen, and it was an unbelievable experience. And we have kept with many activations, social activations and social media, the WBC workout, these different programs for fighters to be in communications with their peers, the ratings committee communicating every month to compile the ratings, the board of governors doing every 15 days our meeting on Zoom. So it has been a very good time that we have taken the technology to put it to work and to do so many things that seemed impossible to do. Now with the technology and with the time, we have been very active and very busy.
Based off the meetings in the convention, are there any new rules or policies or procedures that the WBC plans to put in place in 2021?
Well, as you know, we implemented the Bridgerweight category, a new weight category between cruiserweight and heavyweight. That was ratified at the convention. We are putting extreme attention to the weight management program, which is something that is very important because the health of the fighter relies mostly on the weight, on the dehydration and rehydration before the fights, what happens in the time when they're training, what happens after the fight, what happens to the body going up and down in weight. So we have implemented procedures in which whenever a fight is signed, they have to register the weight that they are currently handling. Then we do 30-day weigh-in, 14-day weigh-in, 7-day weigh-in, the official weigh-in, and then we weigh the fighters when they get to the arena, and we analyze that information about that specific fighter on the fluctuation of his weight. We have a nutritional committee that we do every Saturday, nutritional facts and awareness to the fighters and to the industry. And that's going to be one of the top priorities, the weight management program. Also, the clean boxing program, we continue to run it with VADA with great success, and we're just moving along with many different things that we do day after day.
You brought up two things. The clean boxing program. How difficult has it been, or has it been difficult to do that during the pandemic? Has it been like more difficult to get guys to be seen by people that are coming in and they don't know if they're been tested for the virus or not, or things like that?
Yes, when the pandemic began, we suspended the program for a couple of months when there was complete lockdown worldwide. Then we started the process with VADA, with Claridium, and we have been very careful to make sure that the collection officers when they approach to take the test, all the protocols, the safety protocols are followed. And VADA is even doing testing of COVID-19. So it's a very solid laboratory performed by the experts. So we feel very, very proud and very comfortable with the way it's running.
That's great, man. I'm glad to hear that the clean boxing program is still up and running even during this pandemic. That's a great look for the sport. And you also brought up Bridgerweight. Now, I want to ask you, do you think that Bridgerweight will be successful? And why not make it in another division? Like I was thinking maybe of a super heavyweight division. Why Bridgerweight?
The heavyweight category is untouchable. The name heavyweight has to be for the greatest champion in the whole world. That should not be touched at all. And this is a situation that comes from many years of proposals, of concerns, of data, of statistics regarding the changes that human nature has brought to us, to the humans. If you look at the heavyweight champion of the world in 1908, he weighed 168 pounds. If you look at the heavyweights of the 20th century, Jack Johnson, Jack Dempsey, Rocky Marciano, Joe Louis, most of them were in the 180, 190 maximum. In the whole century, this century, 21st century, only one world champion has weighed underneath the division that we created, which is Wilder. He weighs below 224. And of course, he has the power, and he demonstrated in the ring that he can defeat heavier fighters. But this rule is not about one example. It's about the growth and the reality of what has happened. We made a cut at 200 pounds to 224, and there's a universe of fighters within that range that are going to compete against fighters on that same weight and not give so much advantage trying to find and fight the heavy weights of today. Tyson Fury, 270 pounds, Joshua, 250, 260. So it's a matter that has been discussed for many, many years. And we took the initiative to create this weight category. And I'm very comfortable and certain that it's going to be very successful.
Do you think that people will look at the Bridgerweight division as legitimate champions? And the reason I say legitimate champions, I don't mean any disrespect, but seeing as the WBA, WBO, and IBF doesn't have a Bridgerweight division.
Well, of course, there's going to be a shadow on Bridgerweight for a while to undermine whether the heavyweight, and they're not the heavyweights. It's just another weight category for the fighters that can compete within that range. Cruiserweight was implemented many years ago, and it was questioned on why cruiserweight, because light heavyweight, 175 pounds, and then we'll go on to heavyweights. And that same process that I just explained was a concern of fighters growing and having too much difference. So the WBC created the cruiserweight division, and it went on. It was from 175 to 190. About 10 years ago, we changed from 190 to 200, recognizing the same problem that I just described. And that's why we have been constantly doing things to address the situation of human beings becoming bigger, taller, and larger, and heavier by nature. So there is going to be a process, implementation process, and I'm sure when we look back in a couple of years from now, we're going to see with pleasure that the Bridgerweight establish itself as a category and that good fights have been happening in that division.
Since we brought up heavyweights, do you think that Deontay Wilder should get a trilogy fight with Tyson Fury?
Yes, I believe Deontay Wilder deserves to fight for the WBC championship. We cannot determine when. The situation right now is in court, in mediation. There was a contract signed between Wilder and Fury for the third fight. We all in the WBC believed that the fight was going to take place December 19. It did not happen, and now they are in mediation. So we will see what the result of that process. But regardless, Wilder was a champion for 5 years, and he gave Tyson Fury the rematch, and those two fights were tremendous, and I absolutely believe that Deontay Wilder deserves an opportunity for the title.
Has there been any talks within the WBC about maybe mandating Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder?
I'm sorry, your audio cut off a little bit.
I said, has there been any talks within the WBC about mandating Fury and Wilder?
Not really, because as I just explained, the WBC was informed by both parties that the fight would take place in December. And that's what was put in the WBC convention minutes. So when that fight didn't happen, we just simply have to wait to see what the resolution comes from the mediation process. And then we can address the matter.
Do you see any situation where Tyson Fury can become franchise champion?
No, I do not see at this moment, only because the franchise designation, one of the elements was to have fighters move up and down in weight, and the heavyweight is simply the top. So the intention for the franchise was to recognize those elite fighters. I do not want to say with absolutely no, but basically I see a great series of fights in the heavyweight coming up. There's great talent and great matches to be made. You have Tyson Fury, you have Joshua, you have Wilder, and then you have a great list of potential challengers for the title.
All right, now let's get to everybody's favorite topic, man. I know I can't have you on without talking about franchise champion. Is Teofimo Lopez really the undisputed champion?
Well, I am not enjoying getting into these debates, but
I don't even want to have a debate with you. I want to understand what the WBC thought process is about the Teofimo and the Devin Haney. I don't want to argue. I don't want to debate. I don't want to go. I just want to get a clear understanding, because me and my fans, we talk about it a lot. Like, we just want to have a clear understanding of what's going on.
Okay. The clear understanding, it's simple. The WBC incorporated a concept which is called franchise. The intention for the franchise is to give those few fighters that have a special merits, that have that special ingredient in the boxing industry, to give them certain amount of benefits. The WBC started with Canelo Alvarez as the franchise champion. That franchise designation led to Alvarez, after becoming a middleweight champion, to fight in super middleweight and then even fight in light heavyweight. He just recently fought in super middleweight, and he asked to fight for the WBC championship. So the franchise designation allowed those fights to happen and have him represent our organization. Lomachenko, yes.
Why didn't Canelo franchise tag move up with him to 168 pounds?
he petitioned to fight for the vacant title. When Benavides did not make the weight, the title became vacant. And he directly petitioned the WBC that he wanted to fight for that title. And that is one of the benefits that a franchise champion has. He can petition, have the first opportunity over anyone for a specific fight. Regarding the lightweight, Lomachenko, who defeated Campbell and won the WBC lightweight championship, which was vacant as well, petitioned at the convention in Cancun to be designated franchise champion. Why he wanted to be franchise? So he could go on and fight Teofimo Lopez in a final unification for the undisputed championship and to have the benefits that the franchise designation has. The WBC approved that, and when the fight was in the process, Teofimo Lopez requested the WBC that if he defeated Lomachenko, to be recognized as franchise as well. The reality is that this is a new concept. It is in the starting stages. We are trying to do what the most important thing for the sport is: the fights. That's it. Nothing else. If there's no fight inside the ring, we can talk about fights, we can talk about rivalries, we can talk about dreams. If they don't happen, then we're doing a disservice to the sport. The franchise designation is aiding those great fights to be happening. So I ask the fans for patience, for the opportunity to see how this evolves into something that can give us the great fights that we all want to see. So for the WBC, Teofimo Lopez is a franchise champion in the lightweight division. Devin Haney is the WBC champion, and Ryan Garcia is the interim champion. And this process goes back for 2.5 years, 3 years, which, if you like, I can explain. I have done it several times. But basically, what has happened is that we have led to see great action in the ring. We had Lomachenko Lopez, we had Haney Gamboa, and we had Campbell Garcia. We just started the year with tremendous success.
Now, you say the franchise allowed boxing to have great fights. What about the fighter who works his way up in the WBC, who gets it to his #1 ranking, like Devin Haney did, to see Lomachenko get elevated to franchise champion? That takes the accomplishment away from him if he was to defeat Lomachenko. So, is there any way that Devin Haney and maybe Teofimo Lopez can be mandated so we can get like just one champion in that division?
Well, eventually, I'm sure that they will fight. But let's talk about Devin Haney. He's a young fighter who has had a long history with the WBC. He was a youth champion. He had a very... I'm sorry. Sí. I'm so sorry.
No problem.
You know, when you're home, things happen.
I know. You don't have to tell me. I know.
So Devin Haney, he grew in the WBC family. He fought for the WBC Youth Championship. He fought for the NABF. He went on, became silver champion. And then when I was telling you about this process that began 3 years ago, the WBC ordered a series of fights when Mikey Garcia moved up in weight. And Devin Haney received immediate benefits from this series of fights as he was recognized to fight for a WBC interim championship. Then when Lomachenko was designated franchise champion, he was recognized as a WBC champion, and he defended that title and confirmed it in Staples Center in November. And then he got an injury, and the WBC gave him the rule so he can come back and recover when he's ready. So we have been extremely close to Devin Haney in the whole process. Devin Haney, through the pandemic, came back and recovered from the injury. So he was back and he fought against Gamboa. So he is the WBC world champion. He has made very good money from being the champion, and he has a great horizon, great possibilities of many things happening in the future for him. I feel very strong on the very good relationship we have with him. When people engage in social media back and forth and try to disqualify and get in fights, that's part of today's world. But I feel very strong that Devin Haney has had the support of the WBC, and that we are doing today is going to result in great benefits for Devin Haney in the future, with great fights with all the fighters that are in that weight category.
What's going to happen with Ryan Garcia if Ryan Garcia does not want to take the Devin Haney fight? Does his ranking fall down, or does he still be WBC interim champion?
We are allowing at this moment the parties to communicate between them. We have been.
It seems like Ryan.
Let me elaborate. Since the pandemic began, we were very clear that the WBC was going to handle every single situation separately, with flexibility, with absolute support to address every single case. And we have been very much consistent. We have to understand that we are under a challenging time in all aspects. There are certain fights that are of very high level that the fighters want them to be even when there's public, so they can maximize the revenue and the benefits and exposure. So we are conscious of that, and we're giving the opportunity for the parties to communicate and to see if there's something that they can structure. Once that process ends, we're going to intervene and then come out with a WBC resolution.
When Teofimo Lopez petitioned, well, not petitioned, but asked you guys to be recognized as franchise champion if he won, at what point did you guys say, you know what, he whatever he's done is enough for him to be franchise champion? Like, at what point did you guys make that decision? Because at first, when Canelo was first announced as franchise champion, you guys said it wasn't going to be transferable.
Yes, that was the initial statute of the franchise designation. And whenever there's a new rule, a new implementation, a new protocol, you have to understand that this can evolve, they can be upgraded, and they can be modified to better suit the continuous progress. If you look at the NFL and the way they started with the instant replay rule and what it is today, you can understand that it's good that you have to continuously change to make things better. So when Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez set to fight, it's a great fight between great champions. The WBC voted in favor to accept that if Lopez defeated Lomachenko, he would acquire the franchise designation. And that is something that I see as a modification to the original ruling.
As a NFL fan, I love the analogy. Evolution is always great. Last thing about the franchise champ. Should there be one in every division? Because when you got guys like Miguel Burchell, Jamel Charlo, all guys who've been long-standing WBC champions. Don't they deserve to be recognized as franchise champions too?
If they petition, the WBC would look into it. But the intention is not to have in every weight category a franchise, because that would mean one more championship added to the so many that are out there. The franchise designation is proposed to be very limited and to have those for a specific how can I explain, to have those fighters that are very limited, to have those, if you put it in every weight category completely, will be something that it goes against the own, because then everything will be without any respect, without any rules. It would become an anarchy.
Gotcha. I want to go back to November. Roy Jones and Mike Tyson got it on. How was that fight for you? I know those guys up and coming in the WBC, and the Roy was the WBC champion, so was Mike Tyson. Just to see those guys back in the ring with each other, how was it for you as far as nostalgia goes?
It was magical. It was magical. It was one of the events that defined 2020. When Mike Tyson put up a video on Instagram, I believe it was 8 seconds long, and he just hit the pads, and it just went viral. The whole world exploded with the idea of seeing Mike Tyson back in the ring. The reality is that Mike Tyson had been suffering from depression. He was completely overweight, and boxing took him and put him out of that difficult time. It was through boxing that he once again changed his life. So when we started talking to Mike, and he came out with the idea that he wanted to do an exhibition, the WBC immediately backed him up and put the absolute support in whatever we could do to maximize all the results of that event. So the idea was to do a charity event. We contacted him, and we offered to provide special designs, special unique belts for a special cause to be given to Mike and to his opponent. When Roy Jones was confirmed as the opponent, it just became a celebration, because Roy Jones had been a legendary WBC icon as well. So when everything came down to the day of the event, and sitting there at Staples Center, going through the protocols of the COVID-19 era, of course, it brought back so many memories when you would go to an event and see a full arena with great atmosphere. But the way they produced it, my God, it was unbelievable. The music shows and the fights, and then it just to have Mike Tyson, Roy Jones inside the ring, and the way they performed, and they gave us great entertainment and great motivation to see how boxing can change your life in the inspiration. It's just something that is so unique and special. It made my year.
Do you see the WBC working with Mike Tyson in the future again? Because he says he wants to fight again. He wants to do this again for charity. So do you think the WBC working with him again, possibly in the future?
I see the WBC walking side by side with Mike Tyson for forever, for the rest of his life. He was the youngest ever to win the championship at 20. He was very dear and very close to my father for many years, and he's very dear and very close to me. He's one of the first who called me when my father passed away. He visited my father in UCLA ICU in a very emotional moment that my family cannot forget. I'd like to be very clear. The WBC did not have any financial benefit whatsoever, and will not have any financial benefit. We're doing this in absolute support to Mike Tyson, to Roy Jones, and to boxing, because that event brought happiness to millions of people around the world. So I was very happy when that happened, and we will support Mike Tyson absolutely. But there has to be absolute clarity that he's doing something that is helping millions of people around the world.
That's awesome, man. It definitely was did like 1.5 million buys, so people were very, very happy and very intrigued with that. How do you feel about Oscar De La Hoya and his comeback?
Well, I'm not certain. I just read that he wants to come back. I don't know if he wants to do an exhibition, because an exhibition is very much different from a fight. We have seen Julio Cesar Chavez with Arce, Mikey Garcia with Eric Morales, Tyson with Roy Jones. They do exhibitions. They do it for charity, for a good cause, and it just brings great memories, great moments of entertainment. A boxing fight is much different. Boxing is not a game. You cannot play boxing. So there has to be absolute consideration of the medicals and all the protocols that have to be overseen for anyone to get into the ring. Especially when over 40 years old, there's a special set of medicals that every fighter has to go on. If you see Mahomes, the way he was knocked out on Sunday, my God, dramatic, heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So that's what happened in the ring, and for I'm proud of what the NFL has established regarding protocols, because in the old days, quarterbacks would get knocked out and continue playing, and then they would continue to play week after week with the concussions, and they have been trying to maximize the security for the players. So that's something that we have to praise from other sports.
I got a couple more questions for you. Why did the WBC order Marcus Brown versus Zurdo Ramirez instead of John Pascal, who beat Marcus Brown?
Jean Pascal has a rematch with Badu Jack, and they have confirmed that they will continue with that process. That's why we ordered Marcus Brown with Ramirez, because better yet, the champion has COVID, and his fight, the WBC agreed that he would do first the IBF mandatory and then the WBC. So honoring that agreement, we have ordered an interim championship, and the winner will fight for the title.
Is the WBC going to order Sean Porter versus Errol Spence, since Sean is number 1 in the sanctioned body?
Yes, that's a possibility. Errol Spence just did the mandatory defense against Danny Garcia on December 5th. Okay. So he has 1 year before his next mandatory. So it's very possible that Sean will be the next mandatory for the division.
And last but not least, how do you, Mauricio Sulaiman, feel about YouTube boxers? Jake Paul, Logan Paul, how you, KSI, how you feel about those guys?
I'm very proud of them. They chose boxing. They could have chosen wrestling or tennis or skiing or basketball. They chose boxing as a sport, and they prepare and they train and they sacrifice very much, exemplary, and they perform. When YouTube celebrity brings so much attention to the sport, we have to support it. We have to praise them and help them, because they are bringing many boxing fans to the sport. Kids who would otherwise be watching video games or watching other sports or movies. They're watching boxing. And when they watch an event, they will probably continue to watch the sport after that YouTube fight. So I am, as I say, will absolutely support their efforts in the sport. We participated with the KSI and Logan when they fought in England in the amateur fight. Then they did the professional fight in Staples Center. And you have to give them the merit and recognition because it takes a lot of guts, a lot of courage to go into the ring. Regardless if you do it as an amateur, if you do it with a professional ambition, to go into the ring is not easy. And we have to recognize them for trying and to really working hard. I've seen the training. I've spoken to the people who have trained with them, and I've spoken to them personally. And you have to praise them and support them and give them the opportunity to try it.
Mr. Sulaiman, I want to do something real quick, if that's okay with you. I want to take 3 calls from 3 different people who ask one question.
Absolutely, anything.
All right, now you guys got to remember, Mr. Sulaiman, you can ask him the question, but you won't be able to hear his response unless you end the call and get back on YouTube. So that's why I'm taking 1 question per caller. So phone lines are open. You guys already know 317-220-6995. That's 317-220-6995. First caller, let's see who we got. I just want to thank you again for your time, Mr. Sulaiman. I know you're a very, very, very busy man.
No, it is my pleasure, and I thank you for this opportunity to be on the show and interact with your fans.
Thank you for the wheelchair too. Up until the pandemic started, I was using it as far as going to the gym and like getting my exercise in. But pandemic time is not letting me do anything right now. 224. Going out to 224. Talk to me.
What's going on, Mike? Appreciate the call, man. Thank you for having me on the show. My one question gonna be simple. It's a 2-part question about the WBC franchise belt. Mr. Sulaiman mentioned that it's gonna be effective with changes moving forward. Is it a process that we're gonna be going through, waiting for the belt to decide what they're gonna do with it, or do they have a certain amount of time they're gonna do away with the belt? That's my question. Thanks, Mike. Thank you, Mr. Sulaiman.
No problem.
Yes, the franchise. Can I respond now?
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, the franchise designation, as it stands, it's for a fighter to go and represent the WBC in any fights that they hold, that they take. It will be reviewed constantly. As we mentioned before, originally it was said that it could not be transferred. With the Lomachenko-Lopez fight, we adjusted that, and the WBC allowed that fight, that the winner would be the recognized franchise holder, recognized franchise champion. So I expect we will be adjusting for the things that have to be more fair, more fan appealing, but mostly that give the opportunity for the great fights to happen. That is the key element of the franchise, to allow the best fights to happen without the limitations that a normal mandatory comes into place. I hope this has responded to the question.
All right, let me see who we got up next. I guess nobody yet. 317-220-6995, 845. I just missed your call. I'm sorry about that, man. But we're going out to 773. 773. 773. How's it going, man? Talk to me.
What's going on, Mike? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, Cam.
What's going on? How you doing, Mr. Sulaiman? My question is for the fighters that aren't as connected as others, and they're pretty much independently promoting themselves, and they want to get inside of the WBC like getting to the rankings and stuff like that. What is the best way for them to go about getting involved in those rankings? If they, if the guys that are, ranked in the WBC, however far the ranking goes, won't fight them, is there a way that those guys can, secure, those fights and work their way up through the rankings if they're not like politically connected or anything like that?
All right.
Thank you again, Mike, for allowing me to ask the question.
No problem. Did you hear me, Mr. Sulaiman?
Yes, perfectly, and it's a very good question. The rankings are by merit, and it doesn't matter who is your promoter or who is your manager, what country you are from, etc., etc. We have a rankings committee made from people from all over the world. They continuously work throughout the month to compile the rankings of the month, and once a month we release the rankings. If anyone as a fighter believes that he's not being considered in the rankings, he should contact the WBC, and we will certainly send his case to the ratings committee. Fighters who do not have the exposure, who do not have the possibility of getting that attention, can reach out to the WBC, and we will help them as much as possible. Rankings are the way that the ratings criteria is. You have results, activity, level of opposition, if you win at home or abroad. So there's a lot of criteria that goes into the mix because a paper does not speak. You cannot, when you read a record, it doesn't tell you the whole story. That's why we have members where they give their own assessment when they have seen a fighter fight, and when they see how they reacted. You can have a fighter who has 8 losses and 10 wins and be a tremendous fighter who can be good and who can defeat anyone. So we do have a lot of work put into the rankings, and we invite anyone. They can contact the WBC. They can send an email to contact@wbcboxing.com, and every single communication is addressed and responded.
Absolutely. I'm here to testify to that. Y'all got back to me the same day, so I do appreciate that. I believe that's it, Mauricio. I thought we had one more, but I don't know if they're gonna call back in or not. But thank you for your time. I appreciate the WBC and all the good work that you guys do for the community, and it's really refreshing that you, for the biggest boxing event of the year, you guys took no money from it. Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. That's really admirable, you know what I'm saying? So big ups to the WBC for that. Anything else you want to say? Let everybody know where to follow you at and follow the WBC at on social media.
Thank you. We do have a social media platform. The WBC is in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. Yes.
Oh,
yeah, it's fun. You have to go up with the kids. I don't even know how to use it, but we have TikTok, and it's the same at WBC Boxing. For me, I have Twitter and Instagram, and my account is at WBC MORO, WBC Moro, or you can look me as Mauricio Sulaiman, and you can find it. And I just want to thank you, Mike, for this opportunity. I'd like to express my sincere condolences for anyone who has lost a family member or dear friend, anyone who has struggled through these times with a job, with economy, with uncertainty, with a mental worriness that we all been having. But just stay strong. Hang on to something, exercise, study, movies, stay active. Don't let your mental health go down. That's the most important, because depression and worrisome is very dangerous. So stay active and try to find ways to to enjoy life.
All right, man. Thank you, Mr. Sulaiman, for your time. Great talking to you.
Same to you, my friend. God bless. Take care.
God bless. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Mauricio Sulaiman. Great interview, man. Had fun. Had a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. Let's see what y'all want to say out there in the chat, man. I see a lot of Bill. Oh, they see my Bill Haney want to come on. Send link Bill Haney would like to join. I wish y'all would have told me that shit earlier. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, y'all waited to the last minute to tell me Bill Haney want to come on. Fresh BX said Mike gonna wish she read the chat when Sulaiman get out this nigga, man. Oh my God. He said he's just trying to maintain contact with first. Might probably stone and just focus on the interview. It should be blunt. Yeah, can we call and ask questions? Damn, y'all dudes are killing me in the chat. I thought that was a good interview, man. Y'all didn't like the interview? Legit, what's going on? What's going on, man? I ain't know y'all didn't like the interview, man. Damn. I'm getting a franchise belt. I'm ducking a lot of calls, man. I gotta let the dude answer the question. What you want me to make the damn phone ring, nigga? You know the vibe. I call like 50 times. Shallow, my bad, Shallow. Knock it off. We texted the whole interview. Your audio choppy too. No, just twice. Mike, if you don't fix the audio, who will? The audio fails, man. Mic check. My bad, man. My bad. Hey, man, I'm a one man army, man. What y'all want me to do? My bad. I'm a one man army. What y'all want me to do, bro? I can't be doing 15 things at once. Mike, open up the phone line. Homie Bill Haney trying to call in. The phone lines is open, man, but I don't got call waiting, so it's like that. Nah, they was telling you about Bill from the jump. Little Bill, what up? What up, man? Shout out to Mr. Haney, man. Big ups to Mr. Haney, man. I tried. Damn, even my girl called me. She said, and nigga, my phone on silent, so I got that shit on do not disturb. She said, they said, read the chat. I'm trying to get your attention. Damn. My girl done called me. Yo, Mike, Bill Haney was trying to get on. H Money said, drop the link. Y'all, man. One man band over here, y'all. One man band over here, man. What can I say? He said interview 6 out of 10 at best. All right, I'll take my little 6 out of 10. That's why you gotta read. I ain't got nobody to read the chat for you, man. I'm trying to make sure I get these questions off in rebuttal or try to respond to anything that he says. You know what I'm saying? No. My cell phone on do not disturb, but my Skype phone, like y'all don't have my cell phone number. Like that ain't the number that's on there. You know what I'm saying? That ain't my cell phone number. You know what I'm saying? That ain't my cell phone number, bro. That's my Skype number. Mike, next time I read the chat while he answering. Okay. Big ups to Majid for the super chat. Also big ups to who else is in the super chat? Somebody else in the super chat too, man. I ain't get to him, man. But we got a lot to talk about today, man. I don't know what kind of clarity came from that franchise belt stuff, man. I don't know, man. It's just like they just making up shit as they go along. The phone line ain't working. What you mean the phone line ain't working? Hold on, man. Let me see, man. Who said phone line ain't open? 220. 6995. Yeah, they working like a motherfucker with me. Yeah, they phone line definitely is working. All right, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, motherfuckers, they open H Money. They definitely open, big dog. Yeah, I don't know what kind of, you know what I'm saying, like clarity. I didn't really get no clarity, you know what I'm saying? It's just like Teofimo Lopez petitioned for it, so he got it. I mean that's the thing you gotta do. You got to petition for it so you will get it. I mean, and then he said, I asked him, why not just mandate Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney? Why not just mandate Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney? That's the fight that should be mandated so we can clear all this confusion up at 135. That's the fight that needs to happen. If Ryan Garcia is looking the other way when he has the WBC interim belt, and y'all apparently, because I asked them, they just gonna let Ryan look the other way. Like Ryan ain't got to go get his mandatory shit. Like Ryan ain't got to go get his mandatory stuff. But it's like, why not do it for the franchise and the regular champion? Since Teofimo Lopez wasn't the original franchise champion that petitioned for it. Oh yeah, I'm not letting these dudes get to me, man. This is my channel, dog. This is how I make my little bread. You feel me? So it's like this. I got to build before I start slaughtering them. I got to build. You know what I'm saying? It's my first time interviewing Mauricio one-on-one. First time building on one-on-one. But what I did appreciate though was this though. What I did appreciate is this though. When he said, you know, when the NFL started instant replay, it wasn't how it is now. And that's true. You know what I'm saying? When franchise belts started, who knows, 5-10 years from now, it may not be how it is right now. We may have more clarity about the situation. But as far as right now, yeah, man, I'm not totally understanding it, but who knows, man? I really didn't totally understand some of the rules of NFL fucking instant replay. We're going out to 323, man. 323, talk to me, man. 323. 323 going once. 323 going twice. I don't know if you're on mute or not. 323. Can you hear me? 323.
Yo, what's up with it, Mike? It's H Money. What's good?
H Mizzle, my bad, man, bro. It's hard doing an interview and trying to look at your phone and look at all these messages and shit, man. My bad. I ain't know Bill was trying to come on, man.
Yeah, man. Man, I understand you was doing the interview, but Bill Haney wanted to tap in and he wanted to talk to the WBC president Mauricio Sulaiman. Shout out to Bill Haney Jr. in the chat right now. You know what, Mike? I told you I was gonna get Bill Haney to the show. You know, Bill Haney, he's ready to come to Mike on Sports. Yes, sir. He listening right now, so you know, hopefully he can call in. But he had a few questions for the WBC president.
If you want to come on, man, shit, I'm gonna send you the StreamYard link, bro. Like I didn't know, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm one dude. You feel me?
Yeah, I understand. Come on. Yeah, I know you was doing the interview. Send me the link through Instagram, or you can send it in the chat. All right, I'm gonna send it to him right now. We're gonna try to get him on.
All right, H Money, I appreciate it, brother.
All right, for sure.
Because my guy H Money, man, H Nizzle, man, H man. Say what y'all want to about H Money, man. H Money, you man, he a real cool dude, man. You know what I'm saying? WBC franchise is just like the WBA Super now. Mauricio, I mean, look, man. I just don't understand. One thing that I do not understand, and I would never like, you can never make me understand it. The franchise belts eliminates a guy's shot at being great. I mean, some guys might vacate their belt not to fight somebody. Some guys might move up, you know what I'm saying? Not to fight anybody, but when you take away a guy's shot at greatness, when you take away a guy's shot at a Lomachenko win, we see all the praise Teofimo Lopez is getting now. We see all the praise that he's getting now. Imagine if Devin Haney was able to do that. Imagine if Devin Haney was able to get that shot. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one thing when they were in Cancun that just made me, because Jamal Charlo the same way by elevating Canelo Alvarez, it eliminates Jamal Charlo's shot. But these are all old talking points that I really didn't want to like bring them back up, because I feel like I didn't want to, for the first interview, I didn't want to have Mauricio too much on the defensive. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to have him on the defensive. Like somebody's been, like he's being bombarded, you know what I'm saying? Or he's being interrogated. That ain't what I'm here for. I'm just trying to get some clarity, man. And it's hard to get clarity, man, when things like this go on. I ain't the smartest dude in the world when it comes to this shit. Man, boxing is a crazy sport, man. Boxing is a crazy sport, but we love it. We love it. We here for it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna go back and forth about it all day long. Don't forget, man, coming up at 3:00. Coming up at 3:00, I got another show already scheduled, man. We got to talk about it, y'all. We got to talk about it, man. Big news. Big news that came out. I mean, very, very, very big news. We got to see what's going on with this, man. I wasn't sure it was going to get to this point. But damn it. Shit, they got arbitration, baby. Ain't no more mediation. Mediating done with. Now we got an arbitrator. Arbitrator gonna make something happen. Yes, sir. Oh, look at what it is. Now we got an arbitrator. Arbitrator gonna make something happen. What's going on, Mr. Yes, sir. Oh, look at what it is. We got an arbitrator. You got me killing me back there.
Hold on 1 second. What's up, my brother? How are you?
How's it going, Mr. Haney? How's everything going with you?
I'm a bit disappointed. You know what I mean? I'm a bit disappointed because what Mauricio Sulaiman is attempting to do, he's attempting to come and to see my people, see the people, the very people that we work every day. We're trying to earn the respect. And he comes, you know, he's stopping by the barbershop, stopping by over here on Mike on Sports, and he's dropping these things. And, you know, the people didn't get a chance to ask the questions, you know, that they really want to ask. If it was going to be all about what Mauricio had to say, you know what I mean, I wouldn't have watched the shit. You know, I want, you know, it's about when you come on these platforms and you deal with the people, listen, you're a boss. You don't owe nobody shit. You don't owe me nothing. You don't owe nobody but a fair playing field. I thought with what we represent, a fair playing field for us. So when we then give a platform to somebody that we're apprehensive about talking to, you know, we have to, you know, we have to be reluctant about things that we say. We have to hold back and reserve things that we say to a later date. That's the intimidation that I never want nobody to have with me. I do not want to intimidate my people. I do not want to, you know what I mean? The phone lines is open. No, brother. You take a smoke and you take a look at that chat while I'm on here. You dig what I'm saying? And you give me that hard shit. Let's pause for a second. Is it something that you need to look on there and say to the people? You know what I mean? Because I come on here and I respect you and I respect your fans. I wouldn't care if it's 41 of them up in here. You know what I'm saying? I respect all of them. You know what I mean? So I give you the opportunity
I'm
to
trying
always,
to, man.
sir.
I'm trying to ask what question didn't I ask that you feel like I should have asked?
Well, for one, the sanctioning fees that come with being a world champion, the responsibilities that come with being a world champion. Somebody said it's a super. Well, how are you super when you're not handling the business as a world champion?
I don't know about fees. I asked the man, why not mandate Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez? I asked him.
Absolutely. You did. Listen, you did the best that you can, brother. You know what I mean? You can't do any more on your platform that you have. The only thing that I say to me is that it's on bullshit because the platform and what these represent is touching the people. Now we're telling them to stay over there on old media where we don't have action at talking to them, where we don't have action at interacting with them. But the one thing about it is that I said is when I come on here, brother, and I'm talking to you, I've always said, give me all the smoke. Let's take a pause for the cause and see what the people got to say. You know what I mean? So when I say that, and I don't say it, and remember,
I ain't got. It ain't always about me bringing smoke with somebody.
No. Listen, this is your show. Listen, I get off of your show, man. I'm gonna let you go on ahead. Listen, I'm gonna let you go on ahead and have your show, good brother. I was just saying that I respect you guys. I want to come on here and I want to talk to him, or I want the people to feel. I wanted him to feel what the people are saying is they want this fight to happen, and not just you, because you doing your job to bring him on. So when you said how am I feeling, I said I'm a little bit frustrated, a little bit disappointed that we didn't, the people in the chat didn't get a chance to address him like he was, but like he did. But in fairness is you don't poke your chest out and you don't come like you stopping by the community, like you touching the community when you don't allow the community to touch you back. You see what I'm saying? So that's the only thing that I was kind of disappointed in the fact of with him. I would have went on there and I wanted to tell him that he told me before the fight that Teofimo Lopez was going to fight Devin Haney if he win. You know what I'm saying? That's what he promised. Another thing that I want to say is when they talk about the board of governors and things always have to go to the board of governors, they don't stop with Mauricio Sulaiman, right? His voice, he has an opinion, but he's part of the board. He conveys the message from the board of governors, but it's not always that everyone feels the same. That's why they have the board. That's why when you petition, when you send something to him, he doesn't just have the vote. He sends it out to the board of governors, and then I guess he will give his recommendation for what it is. Him saying that Teofimo Lopez is undisputed sounds crazy. The man sounds crazy.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
And my whole thing was like this, man. And I asked him, how can you deny somebody who's been in your sanctions body as a youth champion, as an interim champion, as a world champion? How can you deny him the praise that T.O.'s getting right now? Devin tried to do that first. He tried to do that first, and y'all deny him by elevating Lomachenko to a franchise championship. I thought I made that clear. Like I don't know what else you would have liked for me to say, but No. That wasn't the fact, brother. You did a great job. You asked me. See, that's why I'm saying this. I don't want to get it like it's me and you, like I'm getting at you, like I need to talk to you. I'm trying to get at that motherfucker that was on your show. You dig what I'm saying? That's it. You see what I'm saying? It don't have nothing to do with you. He's saying what he's saying. You're not riding with it. You're not what's saying, but he's on the show, and I'm trying to get on there and say, wait a minute, hold on. You can't go by the barbershop. You might be able to go by the traditional spots, the ESPN and all that, and then say something. But if you come by these spots, if you come by Mike on Sports, Fred, Trill, you stop by in there, it's a chance that, the people going to actually get a chance to hear us talk live. You see what I'm saying? Let's talk live. Not, I'm not no motherfucker that's just, sending papers, and I won't say the same thing and say the way that I feel to Mauricio on your show.
You see what I'm saying? So that's the only thing. It was a frustration on my part because I get on here and I'm listening. I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to youngin. He's sending, you know, with super chats or whatever. He commenting, H Money commenting. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling the phone. You see what I'm saying? And then, oh boy, just walk up out of here like he just did something. Like I just fully addressed the people. Like I represented the people this morning. I went by Mike on Sports and I talked and I gave all the people a chance to say, and then he go back and do his thing. But that's not what actually happened, though, Mike. You see what I'm saying? It was a breakdown in the whole thing, and just in my opinion, from the way that he's portraying what he did. You see what I'm saying? Unlike what I'm doing right here, and I'm saying, okay, of course I want to hear from the people. Of course I want to hear in the chat. Of course I want to hear because I'm concerned. That's why I'm on here. You know what I'm saying? And I think he showed, he said it. He said, yeah, no problem. I don't mind hearing from the people. And I got a couple phone calls and stuff like that. And then he got up out of there. You know what I'm saying? I spent, how many hours I was on the phone with them people yesterday? With 6 hours last night, this morning. 6 hours.
So have they gave y'all any kind of resolution?
Man, they're only a sanctioning body. They don't got to give us shit. They're a sanctioning body. We approached them to sanction for a fight. We thought that they were the best organization to be involved to sanction the biggest fights. We paid them to sanction the fight. We don't pay them to promote the fight. We don't pay them to look after us. We don't pay them to match make. We don't pay them to do none of that shit. We don't ask them to match make. We don't ask them to take it easy on us. We don't ask for no fucking franchise belt. We ask to make the biggest fights happen. And if he's the motherfucking franchise champion, then being a franchise champion means you're allowed to make the biggest fights. Does he think that George Kambosos is a big fight that a franchise champion should be making? Once you get the franchise tag and it's meant to make big fights, is that the biggest fight that you guys think that y'all make it as the franchise champion? Is what I want to know. Is there a bigger fight for a franchise champion to make in Teofimo Lopez than Devin Haney? Okay, give you the franchise champion. Now what you gonna do with it, man? You know, give it to you. What you gonna do with it? You ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna fake, you're gonna con, you're gonna play, and you're gonna use them dudes to help you. But guess what? You exposed, my man. So you exposed, 100% exposed. Because why? Y'all say y'all trying to make the big fights. You got Devin Haney right there, and you're gonna say, well, I believe that fight will happen. When? When he get another injury? God forbid. What? When? He's ready now. Mr. Franchise Champion, Mr. Undisputed, are you ready? Because what I heard was he was given the franchise tag to make the biggest fights happen. Now you're gonna piss on our head and tell us that it's raining, that another fight is better for Teofimo Lopez and the people than Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez?
I mean,
you know what I mean?
I can't disagree with you, man. I mean,
yeah, no. Like I said, brother, for you to get him over here, is a major accomplishment, brother. I cannot fault you, and that's why I told you. I said, first thing you said, what I said, I'm disappointed in not being able to talk to him. Not you. You did the best that you can in being an interviewer and not antagonize the situation, but bringing both parties. If he really wanted to smoke, but you don't go. But if he don't, when you come see some brothers in the morning about some other brothers' business, you don't think that nobody's going to say nothing. You don't think nobody wants to pop on and talk to you. You think you're going to get away with that, right? Mauricio, I don't think so. I think the table has been set that if you come over here fucking with Mike on Sports, if you go fucking with Trill, if you go fucking with Black, if you fuck with Aki, that them days is over with, that you running something. Listen, they're not passing out no seats for a motherfucker to get into no event. It's a COVID. So we need you guys. We can't come tell you how to motherfucking do it. We need you guys, and we need you in a way that's comfortable for you. So when you saying that how you did it, I just said I was slightly disappointed because I want to get at him publicly. I don't want to send a text like them other people. I don't want to talk privately. I wanted to get at him publicly in front of everybody and let everyone see how we talk and what he promises to me, brother. That's all.
Can I ask you how much does COVID play into the business of boxing at this day and time?
About as much, and Mike, not to cut you off, but about as much as COVID plays into basketball, football, or baseball. Zero. But now I tell you what, these old guys that think that they got young stupid niggas, you feel me? They come and say stupid shit, and they think we're gonna go for it. Oh, you take a pay cut. Did LeBron take a pay cut? Ain't nobody in the arena. Did Patrick Mahomes take a pay cut? Did anybody in NFL, NBA, or whatever talking about take a pay cut? And here these youngsters is putting their life on the line, and you talk about a pay cut when in all actuality it's more people at the house to be watching the sport than ever. You know what I mean? So when I said even as much as Javante talk about us and talk about Devin, I said no way should that young African get a motherfucking pay cut to fight with Ryan Garcia. He just got to where he's the dog that a motherfucker looking for, right? We respect that he's the dog that everybody, and you gonna take a pay cut to fight him? You gonna openly say you the money man, you the A side, but you gotta take a pay cut to fight a guy that don't got a belt, man. Come on, man. If y'all don't knock this shit off,
why not push more for the Ryan Garcia fight? Not saying that you guys are not, but from the outside looking in, it seems like you guys really are focused on that.
Because Ryan Garcia said the one thing that will make anybody sympathetic is, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to fight you right now. I'm gonna fight him, and then I'm gonna fight you. He said the one thing that, you know what I'm saying? Out of East Oakland, California, a cat say, I don't want to fight. Man, ease up on it, man. Let him out. Yeah. He's saying he don't want to fight. Right. So you saying he's a duck. Now, wait a minute. If Teofimo say he don't want to fight, then we'll let up off of him. But this dude say everything but that. He say, email champion. He said, who have you fought? He said, all this shit, brother, we on your ass, man. You know, and then it'd be switching. They say, okay, we'll get up off of Teofimo and get on Ryan. Or, you know what I'm saying? Get off of Ryan, get on Teo, get on Tank. You know, we own everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? We own everybody, and we'll fight everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that's what being a world champion is, not being a franchise champion. So what he's saying and what he's trying to make into it, you ain't talked to nobody else about it. You ain't talked to the other world champions. Put it this way. Call Gary Russell, call all the WBC champions and ask them, have they got a phone call concerning their ability to become franchise champions?
That's why I asked him. He said that they would have to petition. I was just like, man, but what I just put one in every division. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like on the outside looking in, y'all showing favoritism.
Okay. Has he said that anybody petition? No, he didn't. I heard the shit. So I ain't gonna ask you no question, no stupid question. He ain't, you know, he didn't even happen on there. You know what I'm saying? So excuse me for that. But dude got me hot, man.
Do you think that the partnership with Eddie Hearn has been a successful partnership thus far?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Because we take any and we treat it like it's plenty. You know what I mean? We gonna take you know, we're gonna take something and turn, you know, take nothing and turn it into something. You know what I mean? So screaming against that, and we signed the shit. You see what I'm saying? As men, we signed it, we looked at it and said, damn, okay. Well, what didn't they deliver that they said they was gonna deliver? We didn't ask them, we didn't say hold our hand and promote. We came into it as co-promoters and said we're gonna keep our shit lit. You know what I mean? So what do we need other than the infrastructure that happens on fight night? Meaning the all the way from booking the flights, from the whole work, the whole work that goes into it, right? Just like how you said you're a one-man team and you was to bring in another team, you was to you have your show and you have a co-host and you have everybody come in, look at the chats, and you said you had your girl calling, you got a team. You see what I'm saying? Although it might not be organized and strategized and talked about like you have a team, but you do have a team. You see what I'm saying? So in that, that's our teammate. You know what I'm saying? We playing ball as a team. Whatever your teammate don't do, right? You look over at him and say, you know what I'm saying? You went for 5 and hello.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So Dev, you know, you got a teammate that went for 5 and you went for 45. We're not gonna complain and all that. Could we have a better teammate and all this other shit? Let's continue to finishing this shit out that we started, that we signed, champ. You know what I'm saying? Right? We go into it knowing that they said everything against us. They said, you guys, we was hot as a motherfucker, way hotter than Ryan, way hotter than Tiafimo. We on Showtime killing it. And they said, when you go to the zone, if you go to the zone and do the money, now they didn't want, them niggas didn't even want to fight. They wasn't around then for the Showtime shit. So they said, oh, you going to that app and, you know, nobody is going to hear from you, brother. That's the last thing that happened to us. Nobody hearing from us. You see what I'm saying? So we bet on ourselves and now pushing all the shit to the side, right? And saying, so you guys gonna say that Devin is not the best qualified person to make the big fight happen next in the WBC. So lies is gonna catch up. The walls is gonna close in. All we got to do is keep on talking and keep moving and making progress inch by inch. You see what I'm saying? And I'm happy with it.
Do you find it to be like flattering, like kind of almost, because a lot of these dudes, they'll get out here on social media and talk that shit. And I seen Devin tell Tank, man, shut up and just fight me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done talking, just fight me. But none of these dudes talk about Devin with the same regard as Ryan talks about Tank, or Tank talks about Ryan. Like, is it almost flattering that Devin seems to be the boogeyman right now?
No, it's not flattering. It's a position that we've been in. You know what I'm saying? And we're not scared. We're not scared that, you know, Mauricio hears this today and he puts us against the toughest, baddest motherfucking fight ever. We know you're gonna do that. We know you're gonna do that, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's what we hope you do. That's what we waiting on you to do. You see what I'm saying? Pour honey on us and give the bear a club. You know what I mean? We're gonna show that it's some real, you know what I mean, some real NIGGAs in the building. You see what I'm saying? Mike, you see what I'm saying? So this allows us to, when a motherfucker's doing wrong to you. I think a dude, a rap, you know what I'm saying? Real rap said earlier this morning, and it was so profound. He said his dad told him that he would have to work twice as hard just to be equal. You see what I'm saying? And then he said to his dad, well, then if I work twice as hard and I'm equal, don't that mean that I'm better? Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. If you have to work twice as hard and just to be equal with somebody, then the world gonna see it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Call Chance.
Absolutely. My last thing for you, Bill, is
can I smoke on your show?
I'm smoking on my show, my nigga.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is tobacco.
Okay, tobacco. Mine not. But how long do you think Devin is going to campaign at 135?
For as long as these people is geeked about the people that's in 135. Devin was there first, right, Mike? He was there first. We knew about Devin first. He was hot first. We respected that. We waited because with that, you need two to tango, like Devin said always, right? So he wanted to do his best as being the other half. You can't do them both. We can't go jump in another motherfucker body work and show up on fight night. We can only do and be one half of it. We did our part to be one half of the dance partner that would qualify for a big event, quote, per what the WBC is saying.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Now, but the WBC, it's not like the WBC Super. No way in the world, y'all. How did the franchise is not like a Super because you have no mandatories, you have no responsibility. Do you not understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but it kind of is the Super though, because when you the WBC franchise, WBA Super, there's no mandatories for either one of them. And
I want to see, but until that happens, I want to see somebody that I look at just really running the table pick that motherfucker up. It's a motherfucker that's just like Devin. You know what I mean? When that guy gets it and represents it, then that's something else. But until I don't see my kind, I don't want it. We don't want it.
I asked him about Jamel Charlo. Jamel that had that damn WBC belt for the longest. I'm like, you don't think Jamel deserves like some kind of franchise recognition, or maybe Miguel Burchell, or maybe Gary Russell? The better had
absolutely Gary Russell down at 126, down there where he got to come all the way up to 135, 140, 147 just to get looked, just to get mentioned. Give that brother a franchise belt. You see what I'm saying? He's a motherfucking epitomizes being a warrior that wants to go up, that wants to make the fights happen. You see what I'm saying? When you say franchise champion, meaning a champion that can then make the fights happen. But if you don't give the franchise tag to Gary, how can he put the pressure on anybody? Exactly. You give it the franchise to Teofimo. Teofimo can pressure Devin, right? But Devin can't pressure Teofimo. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna come back to the barbershop and drop the lightweight belt, have the franchise belt, come to the barbershop with Fred, come over here with you. You know what I'm saying? Go with Black, go with all the shit, and keep it real. And when the cameras come off, look y'all dead in y'all face, and be who I am, knowing what we done did. If we done did what Teofimo done did, I don't care who show up for you. I don't care if what police agency come up and say, well, yeah, it was okay. He told, but he told it was a certain. No, brother. If you telling, you telling. If you running, you running. If you ducking, you ducking. If you hiding, you hiding. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it is. You can use the politics. You can use this and that. But similar to when I refer back to the code that Teofimo was understanding that he was living by. When he said before, when he was stalking Lomachenko, he said he lives by that code. If a motherfuckers want to fight him and the people want to see it, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. It was just a code. It doesn't have nothing to do. Nobody can come get in this. Nobody can save him. Nobody. It's the Lopez's and the Haneys. And we know the code and we know what we represent. You can't go get nobody on us to get up off of you. You got to either get in the ring or you got to just tell the motherfucking truth that you don't want no parts of motherfucking Dev. I don't care what nobody say.
Do you think the money is going to be an issue if that fight gets to negotiations?
Which one?
T.O.
Bro, the one person that has no reason other than chasing greatness and wanting to put on a big event for the people, you know what I mean? You got to somehow, be, it's got to be about the people. Hey, sorry about that, Mike. Let me see. Hold on.
No problem. Go ahead.
Okay. Let me see. Oh, shit. Okay. Listen. Everyone has said, including Mauricio Sulaiman, because guess what? He gets the sanctioning fee, so he know how much a cat is making, right? So he's saying Devin did made off with, you know what I'm saying, with millions, right? Well,
all right, I don't know what just happened, but hey, Haney. Shit. I don't know what's going on, man. Hey, what I do? I do.
Hello?
You hear me?
Can you hear me?
Good.
No, it's kind of choppy. Can you hear me good? Okay, I can hear you. But hello?
All right, we back. Good.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Not clear.
All right. But what these things do, what these belts and these sanctions, they signify something that you challenge somebody for. You challenge somebody for. I wouldn't care if Teofimo and them right now picked up an ink pen and they said nobody in the world is gonna beat me for this ink pen. You see what I'm saying? Put it up, nigga. We're gonna take it from you in front of the people. Not because we need an ink pen, you know what I'm saying? Not because we need no money, you know what I'm saying? Because you keep fat mouthing and the people want to see it. But then people come back to me and say, well, you know, that's not a fight that the people want to see. I mean, no, that's not a fight that should happen right now. Let them build their profile. You know how long I've been hearing that shit?
Shit, forever.
You know how long I've been hearing that shit about Devin and other guys and all that?
It gets old, man. Like, let them fight now. Shit.
You know what I said? I said, shit. By the time he pulled up in the Rolls Royce and all the shit with the belt and the shit and the Instagram and all the shit, man, brother, the profile was built. What the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, I don't come on here to argue about Mauricio or, you know, argue about Teofimo not being good. I come on here and demand that you guys give Devin the respect, or you fight him and beat him and show us. Give him his respect or fight him. If you don't respect him, I'm pulling up. If you fight him, I'm gonna have respect, because that's what Devin has been training for 13 years to do, is to fight.
Man, I just can't wait to see how this plays out, man. Hopefully, Devin gets that big fight that he deserves. But I'm just being honest with you, Bill. From like what I'm seeing, ain't many of these dudes too eager to hop in the ring with him. Just being real with you.
Listen, Mike, I appreciate you, and I know that this whole uphill battle that we got, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody who watches, who spends any kind of energy, man, because you could be doing everything else in the world other than talking about Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. So from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. I mean, this is what we always worked for. This is, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It was a time when it was one person on YouTube talking about Devin, and we watched the video. We watched the video again. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was important. Each video that I watch, good, bad, or indifferent, when they give energy and take out time to think about Devin, to watch Devin, you know what I'm saying? I'm flattered. That makes, you know what I'm saying? That makes me feel good. But I'd be a bitch ass motherfucker if I didn't come back and tell you how much I appreciate you on this motherfucker this morning screaming death. You see what I'm saying? Because there's other fighters that would love for you to be talking about them right now, King. You see what I'm saying? But this is not no choir boy sport. This is not no, you know what I mean, no regular shit. So when you in this business and you talk about a fighter like Devin, right? Just appreciate my energy. You know what I'm saying? And my passion about this shit. Because it's not directed at you or nobody in general. It's just you getting, you know what I mean? You getting the real. You getting me. Fresh off of hearing the shit.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Like I told you in Vegas, man, back when I was working with the Boxing Boys, man, it is an absolute pleasure to see a black man and his son make it to where you and Devin have made it in this boxing game. And y'all ain't done by far, but it's refreshing. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, King.
It's good to see.
Thank you, King. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate coming on here, man. Is it you know, I don't want to run up out of here now and be contradicting what I just said. Is there anybody in the chat that's saying something? They got something for us. They got something for Dev, or they got something that I should have did or didn't do, you know, respectfully, you know.
Let me see what they're saying. No, I mean, everybody pretty much agreeing with you. Real talk.
You know, I can't see the joint. You got to see it. I can't see. For some reason, I don't know my phone. I never can see the chat.
No, you got to get on YouTube to do it.
Oh, okay.
My guy sent super chat in. He said, "Great interview with Bill on deck, a real one." You know what I'm saying? So you getting love out there, man. You good, Bill? You know what I'm saying? H Money out there doing this thing.
Oh, H, man, we love H to death. And you know, that was another thing with H being a young brother that he didn't have a bunch of shit, but he didn't have a bunch of followers, a bunch of shit, but he had this passion. And Devin Haney being his favorite fighter, and we being real niggas, we like, ain't no nigga that don't make no nigga no groupie. You know what I'm saying? Because nigga like boxing and that's his fighter. I like music, and it was like rappers like Jay-Z. You know, young when he was spitting this shit, I was hanging on to every word. You know what I mean? Each car I had to put that Jay-Z in that joint. You know what I'm saying? But
I don't care what a nigga got to tell you. From the first day I met H Money, it was Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
So guess what? We scooped that brother up. You know what I'm saying? In terms of saying, bruh, is there anything that we can do? You know what I'm saying? To help you. You know what I'm saying? Because you helping us. You know what I'm saying? You helping us, you know? And that's why I said, and Mike, and you helping us too. You see what I'm saying? You allowing me to come on this joint. You see what I'm saying? You know, I'm buzzing, and I'm frustrated because I can't get in, but I didn't got in. You didn't let me in. And that means everything in the world. You know what I'm saying? To do the follow-up right after Mauricio, brother, thank you.
No problem.
You see what I'm saying? What I'd like to talk to him, but brother, thank you for letting me in. You hear me?
No problem, brother. It's
okay.
All love. It's all love, man. And
okay.
Bill, I ain't gonna lie to you. I gotta get on down, man. I put be gone a long time ago. But
okay, brother.
The pleasure, man. Anytime, man, you free, anytime you're available, I'll get with H Money. You know what I'm saying? You wanna come on my show? Anytime, bro. It's an open platform for you.
Man, anytime you invite me, you know what I'm saying, then I'm good. I'm gonna show up. You know what I mean? Because shit. As hard as I be working in this shit, I'll call you later on this afternoon and say what we got cooking. So just holler at me, bro. You hear me? All right.
Appreciate it.
All right, peace.
Man, big ups to Bill Haney, man. Big ups to Bill Haney. Come on, man. I'm flattered. I'm flattered, man. Like shit, man. Mauricio Sulaiman, Bill Haney, same day. Damn. I'm doing it like, hey, I appreciate it. Oh, my shit. I don't know why my goddamn me should do that, man. Yeah, man. Big ups to everybody out there in the chat, man. Smash that thumbs up button on your way in, on your way out. Thank y'all, man. 90 people watching live. I appreciate it. I got to go handle some business right quick. I'll be coming back probably, give me about 30, 45 minutes, man. 30, 45 minutes. I'm trying to come back with that show on Deontay Wilder. Until then, man, big ups to my nigga Fred, man. Barbershop Conversation, man. Yeah, man. Hey, dog. We just working, man. We just fucking working, man. Trying to make this goddamn channel grow one day at a time. But y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I get down, and y'all know what I'm about. With that being said, yo, Mike, drop that beat on. Yes, sir.
Sometimes you gotta give people their flowers. While they can still smell them.
Mark Nash,
Michael
Gross, the boss.
My nigga. My brother.
Let's get this done, Mike.
We all love sports, right?
Mike Ross, the boss, this is Mike on sports. He smoke competition, same time smoke a port. When it comes to debating, he's one of the greatest. Put him on the A-list, over Kellerman and Bayless. If you missed the show, couldn't make it, just log on and click the playlist. That boy always working, not to be played with. Hit subscribe and the bell for the latest. Mike Gross, the boss, Mike on sports. Right there from first bell, tip up and coin toss. Mike Gross, the boss, Mike on sports. He call it how he see it, either you won or you lost. Big games, big fights, rolling dubs up. You like the content, hater, click the thumbs up. Cashapp, super chat, go all in. But do your research first before you call in.
Been waiting on. And yes, I am back. I am back. I am back. I am back. I don't never be got to me pushing X on this motherfucker.